So on the video front, I've been quiet. Not because I have no platinums to give you, but I was caught up transitioning to the PS5 and I wanted to change how the video review was going to be done, so I just needed to tweak it. So I'm hopeful that this will be preferred by you fellow gamers and platinum hunters. So my debut platinum on the new system naturally had to be Astro's Playroom. Followers of my videos will know I'm a huge fan of Astro, and the fact we have more content of him is never going to be a bad thing, especially as a lot of you would have missed out because he was VR only. With my new videos, I will start off with a quick breakdown of info to hopefully give you viewers an idea of if this game will be suited to you. So the platinum was earned November 23rd, 2020. So this is the build I worked with. Any additional content or fixes I wouldn't be able to review. It comes packed with 43 main trophies and has an additional 3 added on trophies that don't affect the platinum. Those are 2 extra gold and 1 bronze. It takes up 10.34 gigabytes of room, so it's nice and small for the early limited space you get with the PS5. The gameplay took roughly 5 to 10 hours to platinum. It depends on your skill. 5 hours is more than comfortable. 10 for if you're trying to explore and enjoy the game, or if you're just a little bit more handicapped on gaming. And lastly, the info you really want to know is this is a difficulty rating of 1 out of 3. This is my personal new rating, 1 being simple to achieve and 3 being beyond normal effort. So a nice and simple guide. So Astro is a favourite of mine. I have the video review of the VR version of Astrobot, and I stated that this Astro needed a fully fledged adventure, as this has strong mascot potential and could be an icon in the future. Sony has seemed to meet us halfway on this, and given us a taster of what can be achieved. Unfortunately, we just want more. Simply put, this is a love letter to PlayStation fans, be it originals from day one, to the newer adopters who may have even jumped in at the early stage of PS5. The nods and cameos and collectibles are all perfect, without overextending or being too overtly in your face, and often left a smile on my face remembering an old piece of tech, for example the Buzz controllers or the SingStar microphones. So as I stated, it's a new style of review, and in being so I dropped the 5-minute part as it's just never worked out, and on great games that just went on and on and on. So I needed to be more flexible, and instead of glossing over all the things and tidbits that I could have been putting that I just couldn't because of the time restriction. Another thing is I'm now giving it a score out of 10, so it's just a little bit more easier to break down why I've scored it. To do so, I'll break it down into sub-subjects that have a score to complete my opinion and hopefully help you have a more informed personal choice on whether to play or not, and see where I come from on my opinion. Gameplay and controls. Astro is a platformer, and in this instance a very toned down one, allowing to be accessible to the young and old, but in doing so the more elite a gamer will find little to actually challenge them bar the add-on time trial gold trophy. X jumps, square punches, and the analog moves the camera and the other moves Astro. Nice and easy. Dependent on the novelty section you're on though, it becomes a little more tricky. The new pad has motion sensors to allow you to tilt left or right, up and down, and in flying parts or being the monkey, that's where it comes into play. L2 and R2 have dynamic feedback as a variety of ways implemented. For example, I was a monkey and some ledges I grabbed, if I pressed R2 down or L2 down too hard, I broke the ledge. The touchpad gets a play with a moving ball, and the microphone enables you to blow wind to help more objects move. Loads of novelty, but plenty of ideas that will surely be used by other games in clever and new ways, and does give you a taste of what could be achieved in the near future. Back to the gameplay, and it's fantastic. Anyone played Astrobot will be instantly at home with it, and newcomers will quickly enjoy the linear, straightforward levels. Though linear, the levels have enough hidden reward, and it gives a great balance of play and adventure, which you just don't get in games and is sorely missed in today's world. and hopefully this will rub off on companies and they'll take note. Veteran gamers will understand what I'm trying to explain, and if they do leave a comment, because I'd like to see if you do get that sense of feeling. It's a simple platform adventure from getting A to B, and it plays that brilliantly. You don't even realise you have no story to push you forward, so it's just a glorified treasure hunt, and that's no bad thing though. So for the first scoring section, out of 2 it gets a 1.5, because my only negatives was I didn't enjoy the frog bounce and the suit monkey. They were just too much of a novelty, and it was just felt jarring. I didn't enjoy it as much because I just wanted to be Astro over just showing what the gimmicky pad can do. Also, it just doesn't have a narrative, though it plays really well. I would like to have had a bit of personality to Astro apart the cute bits it has to him. Music and sound. The musical score is on point, bouncy and playful as you adventure, with just enough variation in this short game to keep it fresh and not repetitive, nor at any time annoying as you run through. The sound effects are great, be it bouncing off things or hitting items, it all felt reactive and real to your actions because of the effects used, and this gave the game a real sense of depth and life. And the music is always fantastic with these guys, they're just always on point. It's just mind-blowing how they have such good tunes that always fit with their gameplay. So with all that, there's not much to really say, it's just all works so well, so I have to give them a full 2 points in this part of the review. Platinum and difficulty. So naturally I'm a platinum hunter, and so this gets its own score category. The platinum is a level 1, and for good reason. Half the trophy list is collectible based, and often with 2 or 3 hidden artifacts or puzzle pieces, and basically it's always separated with 2 or 3 hidden artifacts, 4 puzzle pieces across the 16 levels, and there's a few hidden in the little home hub. They aren't a chore and cleverly done, and the fact it's old PS items makes it more meaningful on remembering the past and those memories. All collectibles come with an in-game trophy guide to help you show where the item is, so there's no having to do a YouTube channel, it's all picture in picture, and that was a great help, which makes it even again a really easy platinum, especially for just having to hunt everything. But I would suggest doing a first playthrough and just having a look and having an enjoyable game, and then go back on your second playthrough and then use the trophy video if you can't be bothered just to hunt and enjoy the game for what it is. The other half is silly actions that encourage you to mess around or to explore, for example hitting a strike as the metal ball suit, or shooting a load of rabbits hiding in a certain spot with your bow. Sadly they don't have the in-game guide, but levels are very short once you played them, so anything missed is easily earned. Honestly, it's a very straightforward platinum to enjoy. So I have to give another 2 points, as they've got the balance great here for what they've set out to achieve, so you can't fault it for being a little too easy, and you can never begrudge a platinum that actually has a lot of gameplay for very little effort. Graphics. This is a stunning, vibrant game. The PS logos that go with the vegetation and in the backgrounds all pop out vividly and showcases how much of a treat we are in for future games. Sure, it's done to appeal more with kids, but underneath it all, you'll notice how smooth it looks and how it plays. I've never had any glitches or issues with this game either. I never got stuck in scenery, nor had the game crash, which is a nice welcome compared to most of the games that I seem to be playing these days where I get some sort of hard crash. Not that I've been on the PS5, but I'm talking when I was playing on the PS4 recently. The screen is busy and the draw distance and atmosphere is done so well with the art style used. You're not going to see excruciating levels of detail in Astrobot, but he is just a shiny robot with the tiny personalities and movements given to all his friends, and how they react to you when you hit them shows the level of effort and thought put into this slice of gaming masterclass, and it is quite something to behold on how the little details they've actually thought about, considering what they've got to play with, and probably the small timescale to have something like this ready. So it's easily another 2. You don't have to be fancy to make a great game look amazing, yet it looks effortlessly easy for these guys, and it's another surefire hit from them. story and length. It's nice and short and simple. It is a tech demo. That being said, a new problem arises. I want more. I want fully fledged game with about 20 hours or so gameplay and lots of hidden little details for me to go and explore. Because this is the closest you're going to get to Mario on PlayStation for just the level of love, attention and gameplay that you kind of get with that feel of Mario. They're just all the kooky quirks and just the gameplay and the variety that's on offer. So I really generally believe this will be a giant of the genre if they actually invest and give it some actual proper time and effort. Sadly for now, we have to make do with the taster. Barring some little parts, this is a brilliant game. Notably when I mentioned about some of the novelty controller pieces, like the monkey. But we can't ignore, it has no story, and it's shamelessly criminal because of it. So once I'd done everything, I was quite gutted because I just wanted to play with more. I wanted to see if there was more hidden stuff. I just wanted to play and see if there was any more clever trophies, which is all great, but after it's only a small version, you are kind of left wanting after, and even if it's free, you just still want and just greedy for it because it's such a good game. So hopefully Sony will listen to this and listen to the fans. I'm hoping a proper full version will get the full backing because this will be a big hitter in Sony's stable. Sadly though, I have to give it a 1, as though there's no story, it still has a sense of purpose, just horribly short. So, my final review. Any Platinum Hunter will be grabbing this for their collection, and rightly so, it's a worthy Platinum. It will also probably spark new Platinum Hunters who didn't even think much to trophies. In every aspect, this is a brilliant game to debut the PS5 and give the players a sense of what's to come. They should have gone with more content, but you can't begrudge what's on offer and considering it's free. So, to arrive to a great debut score of 8.5 for Astrobot, it rightly should score high. It's flawless fun, and that you should play and really enjoy, and that hopefully will be appreciated by even the most miserable gamer out there. Give a like, feedback and subscribe.